As the founder of Immjuss LLC, I am proud to offer services that can help improve your mood and overall quality of life. I understand the importance of self-care and mental health. I have dedicated my time to discovering how art, music, and smells can help bring joy into people's lives. Immjuss LLC offers a wonderful collection of paintings, extraordinary scented candles made with natural herbs and flowers, consulting services for advice and listening, as well as moon water. Visit immjussllc.com. No matter your needs or desires, you'll find something special here.
What's up, you guys? It's your good sis. It's me. Love you guys. I am going to do, it's going to be a pretty quick live. However, I do want to speak about generational curses. Hold on, let me put my little banner up telling you guys to like, share, and subscribe, okay? Because I want you to do all of that. And I also would like you to join my channel. And if you can, go ahead and donate to your good sis, okay? I love it, and I love you. Y'all know y'all my siblings. Y'all can't get rid of me. I am your sister. I'm your virtual sister, y'all. I am your virtual sis. There is no getting rid of me. I love you. All right, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about generational curses, because this is something that, especially us, Black people, we have a lot of these, but people of color have them. But I honestly can just speak mostly about my people, because I really know what my people have been through. All right, so what is a generational curse, y'all? A generational curse is a habit or behavior that has been passed from one generation to the next. Parents strive to make sure that that the life they lead will help their children live a better one. I got a little bit of notes, y'all. I got some notes going on. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we go down. We got some examples of generational curses. An example of a generational curse on the genetic level is a physical illness or disease that plagues families for generations. So some examples are diseases like diabetes, obesity, heart problems, and things of that nature. Oh, it says diabetes, heart disease, and certain cancers. All right. And so I really wanted to look this up, the curse of three generations. And you know what? We might do that together, y'all. The curse of three generations is a phenomenon that affects many families, causing them to lose a significant portion of their wealth by the third generation. This alarming trend has led to a growing need for strategies that help family protect and grow their wealth for generations to come. Y'all, did y'all hear about this? Did y'all ever hear about this? A lot of the rich people like Trump and a lot of people that have generational wealth, I heard, and also the Kardashians, y'all. I heard that somewhere back in their generation, they made a pact. They made a pact uh for to have their generational wealth. They made what is it? Like a bargain. You know what y'all know what I'm talking about? They made a bargain with who. You know what I'm saying? To be wealthier, be where they are today. And from where I heard with these families, they have come to collect. And what's crazy is because one thing that I can tell you guys about the Kardashians, as opposed to the Carters, is one goes with a masculine energy. They feed off a masculine energy, and the other one feeds off a feminine energy. If you guys ever noticed that, the Kardashian, they always have to feed off of masculine energy, and they what is it? That's why they keep men around them. And what's wild and what's crazy, y'all, is that they like to keep black men around them, because if you did not know, us black people were very powerful beings. So one of the reasons why they stay with black men is because they need to feed off the powerful black energy. That's why they say it's the Kardashian curse, y'all. So yeah. All right, but this is the curse of three generations. And to be honest with you, I believe that most curse lasts like 3 to 5 generations. Hold on, let me close my door. Y'all nephew up there cutting up. Y'all nephew be cutting up. He really do. And he be humming his little heart out. That's my baby. But yeah, so a lot of curses last 3 to 5 generations, and then they have to like re-up if they want to keep it going. And that's why that's when they have generational wealth. However, um these microwave celebrities, the celebrities that become rich, it seems like overnight, and makes a quick pack with who, they have to keep up. They have to keep up the sacrifices. And that's why you'll see somebody will die in there, around them every, what I would say, 8 to 10 years. Okay, like, all right, I did the examples. So let's go down and let me see. It says, let's see what the Bible says about curses. In the Bible, when the curse is when God's hands people over to their consequences of seizing blessings to their own terms. In the Bible, the people was cursed to forget where they come from, or something like that. It says something like they'll be separated from their land, and that they'll forget who they are and where they come from. So there is curse in the Bible that spans generations. All right. So other examples of generational curse is mental health, depression, PTSD, sex, the actual abuse, SA. I did not just say that the first time. In the Black household, SA is a serious generational abuse. A lot of times when someone has had SA, if you look back, their mom had been SA, their grandma had been SA, and the problem and the issue with that is that a lot of people, they don't want to stop that. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of parents, and this is something that I've noticed, and this is a lot with the moms. I've noticed that a lot of moms that dealt with SA, when their child or their, most likely their daughter gets SA, they have a serious nonchalant attitude about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it happened to me too, babe. I know, it happened to me as well. And so that, and not only that, but with black households, we have a serious issue with what goes on in this house, stay in this house type of situation. And you know how we have those uncles and those cousins that when they come over, we have to, oh baby, put your clothes on, your Uncle Bob is coming. Oh, you're really gonna wear that, your cousins is coming over here, put on some longer pants and stuff like that. That needs to stop. That needs to stop. Bob needs to keep his hands to himself. Okay. Um, it really does. Okay. Some signs of a generational curse is like failed marriages, domestic, abuse, poverty, generational poverty. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how Section 8 is passed down from grandmother to mother to daughter. Let me tell y'all, I broke that generational curse, okay? I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I broke that curse in my direct bloodline. My grandma had Section 8. My grandma died, passed it to my mother. My mother moved, passed it to me. I said no. And I went from Section 8 to owning my own home. And I didn't use the Section 8 program to do it, because they were, I don't know, they was cutting up, acting up, and taking too slow. So I did everything that I needed to do to own my own home. I fixed my credit. I learned about, hey, Ryder, hold on, I fixed my credit. Hey, how you doing? I fixed my credit. I learned everything that I needed to learn about, to not just buy a house, but also to be able to sustain some wealth. I took classes. Um, Not only did I take classes to learn about my credit, but I took classes to learn how to help other people fix their credit. I actually had like a credit help. I had that business, a little credit helping business I had, where I got paid for helping people fix their credit. So I had a little credit helping business, y'all. I did. So that was one of the, hey, let me see your transcripts. So that was one of the generational curses that I broke. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. You got addiction is a big generational curse in a lot of black families. You have division of families. That's when families is always beefing with each other. That's when families is always beefing with each other. Families is always arguing. They're spiteful. You always have that one family member that is just the most horrible person in the world. And for me, that was my aunt. If you're a member of my channel, you'll know. Let me see your transcripts. If you went through my if you, because you're a member, sis, if you had went through and watched my videos, I have a video on there about my aunt. And as soon as your good sis get herself together, I promise you I will make more story times. But I am trying to give you guys as much content as I can in a little bit of time that I have, because I love y'all. I love y'all for loving me and for being and for being a member. So Ryder, go ahead and become a member, please, if you don't mind. I love it and I appreciate it and I appreciate you. But if you can't, I appreciate that too. I promise you I do. Let me see. I'm going to put it in the chat. Hold on. I'm going to put my channel. There go y'all nephew humming again. Is daddy outside? So you going outside with daddy? You got on shoes? Let me see. Handsome. Got on Crocs? Okay. Y'all nephew be cutting up. He do. I promise you, y'all nephew don't know how to act. All right. That's my baby though. All right, so let me put it in the. Oh yeah, my pictures today are members only. Yeah, I'm going to give you guys more pictures and stuff, because I want to keep you guys up with my surgery journey. I want to keep you guys up with that. So I am going to post more pictures. That's my new belly button. Let me see your transcripts, because when I got my surgery, they did my belly button. They changed it, like made a whole new belly button because my belly button was crooked. All right, let me go ahead because I don't want to get off of it. Y'all know you're good, sis. I'll just start rambling. I don't want to do that. All right, so they had a division in family, you know what I'm saying? The crabs in the barrel, the whole crabs in the barrel thing, and separation, like CPS. When you have someone, CPS in your life generationally, and generationally, kids are being taken from you. Okay. So another thing in a Black community is spanking and verbal abuse is a big generational curse in the Black community. A lot of these generational curses, a lot of them started back in the slave days. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to beating, spanking, and stuff like that. A lot of time we don't really know it, but a lot of the times we spank because we had the mentality like, if I don't beat you, they will kill you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know a lot of Black people want to blame Black people for a lot of the things that we do, but the roots, if you really look at the roots of why a lot of the Black families have the trauma that they have, it really stems on a lot of the things that we went through. And even down to us blaming us for being abused. You know what I'm saying? And so, because it's like, it's it's easier to beat down people that you're not going to fight, that's not going to fight back. That's another thing with how Black men are treating Black women these days, because it's easier for them to beat on Black women than it would be for them to try to beat on white men. And this is really, it's not okay. You know what I'm saying? It's not okay. That's a real punk move. It's not cute. It's wild, and it's not okay. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. I also have on here, I wanted you guys to listen to a little bit of the Willie Lynch letter. Okay, I know you guys probably heard about it, probably heard of the Willie Lynch letter. So hold on, let me change my banner to the copyright. And let's go and put the Willie Lynch letter on here, because I want you guys to listen to some of this.
This is Audible.
You are about to hear the Willie Lynch letter and the making of a slave.
I'm not going to play all of it because it's long, y'all. It's long. But I do want to play some of it. All right. Because I want people to get an idea of, I just want y'all to get an idea of, some of generational curses and the fact that some of these things actually was planned out.
Read by Ronald Eastwood. Contents. Chapter 1. Greetings. Chapter 2. Let's make a slave. Chapter 3. Cardinal principles for making a Negro. Chapter 4. The breaking process of the African woman. Chapter 5, The Negro Marriage Unit. Chapter 6, Controlled Language. This speech was delivered by Willie Lynch on the bank of the James.
You said the Willie Lynch letter has been debunked as not real, more or less written by a psychologist. All right. So let's say that the Willie Lynch letter was written by a psychologist. However, you can see how it, if it describes the problems in the Black community, where did these problems stem from? I can promise you that not only has the Willie Lynch letter and How to Make a Slave, it was used to break a person, just like buck breaking and other things like that. You know, we at some point in time, we have to stop. And if we really want to fix ourselves as a community, we really got to understand that the problem started somewhere. You know, you says the letter does have some merit in that garbers a serious discussion. It's not just about having some merit. It's the fact that this actually happened to us. It happened. It happened, you know, and the Black community, we have to sit down and we have to understand that even though right now we can come out of the hole and we can't have the woe is me mentality, we have to understand that at some point in time we were victims. We were victims at some point in time. We were. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that we have to continue to be victims. No, we don't. But we do have to understand that we were preyed on. There were predators that preyed on us as a whole. And we got to stop every time we look around and every time I turn around. We always want to like give a pass to the people that really did the did Blacks wrong. Hey, Nunya, beautiful. We really want to give a pass, and we got to stop doing that. We have to stop making excuses for our predators. No other race does that. None of them. And the reason why they get away with what they have done to the Black community is because we are always giving them a pass. We're always turning it around on us, and we don't ever want to say, yo, we were victims. There is a such thing as, you know what I'm saying, I just wrote a daggone y'all, your good sis love writing articles and shit. Hold on, generational trauma, hold on. Oh, generational trauma, I'm trying to think. It's a such thing as racial trauma. I can't think. Is it interracial trauma? Hold on. Let me see. I'm trying to think. I think it is called interracial traumas or racial trauma that we have dealt with. Hold on. That we have dealt with because of racial bias. We have that trauma. We do. And we're the only race that is willing to say, oh no, we're fine, it's okay, it's us, we're the no, we really have to understand that. Hold on, I'm trying to not think, but what is it? Let me see, I'm trying to find it. And you know what's so bad is that we're so willing to discredit our trauma, racial trauma that we deal with, that white people are now saying they inherited the traumas that we get. Like, they're really saying that they're dealing with racial trauma. Listen to this. White people are now inheriting racial trauma, and they want to get compensated for racial trauma. They are now saying they want to be a part of the civil rights movement, white people. And black people are saying, fine, okay, the way black people have Stockholm syndrome is so crazy. It's crazy. It is crazy. All right. But yes, I don't remember. I'm trying to find it, the name of it, but I wrote a story about it while in college. Hold on, let me see. It says, yes, if you go back to slave code, slave narrative, and master's journals, what is written in the letters actually happened. Yeah, it has. He's okay. Okay, yes, listen, baby. It says we got to break these curses. Yes, we are in a war. We're in a spiritual war against we're against the war of principalities. We're against a lot of things, you know. Oh, yes, hit that cash out, my good sis. None you put it in the. And she said other races go through similar conversations, but we are not always around. No, other races. That's why if you look, they get their 40 acres in a mule. They do, because even if they do go through other conversations, they all can come to agreement to say, look, we were victims. Look, y'all. Zero sugar, red licorice twist. You see? No artificial sweeteners, flavors, sugar, or alcohol. Naturally flavored red licorice. Okay, y'all, this is good. This is good. This is good, y'all. I really like these. All right, let me see. She said, white folks have racial trauma, but they have white privilege and benefits from white supremacy. So they want to be, yes, they want to be, yes, they do. They are now saying they want to switch places, and they actually have the racial trauma that we are trying to say. Look, they're trying to say, blacks ain't have, look, they're saying their racial trauma stems from us complaining about our racial trauma. I'm gonna say that one more time. Their racial trauma stems from us complaining about our racial trauma, and they legitimately want to be compensated for listening to us talk about our racial trauma. Let me bring a commercial in after that. I want y'all to think about that while I play my commercial.
As the founder of Immjuss LLC, I am proud to offer services that can help improve your mood and overall quality of life. I understand the importance of self-care and mental health. I have dedicated my time to discovering how art, music, and smells can help bring joy into people's lives. Immjuss LLC offers a wonderful collection of paintings, extraordinary scented candles made with natural herbs and flowers, consulting services for advice and listening, as well as moon water. Visit immjussllc.com.
James River
no
in
matter
the
your
colony
needs
of
or
Virginia
desires,
in
you'll find something
1712.
special here.
Lynch was a British slave owner in the West Indies. He was invited to the colony of Virginia in 1712 to teach his methods to slave owners there. The term lynching is derived from his name. Greetings. Gentlemen, I greet you here on the bank of the James River in the year of our Lord 1712. First, I should thank you, the gentlemen of the colony of Virginia, for bringing me here. I am here to help you solve some of your problems with slaves. Your invitation reached me on my modest plantation in the West Indies, where I have experimented with some of the newest and still have the oldest methods for control of slaves. Ancient Rome would envy us if my program is implemented. As our boat sailed south on the James River, named for our illustrious king, whose version of the Bible we cherish, I saw enough to know that your problem is not unique. While Rome used cords of wood as crosses for standing human beings along its highways in great numbers, you are here using the tree and the rope on occasions. I caught the whiff of a dead slave hanging from a tree a couple of miles back. You are not only losing valuable stock by hangings, you're having uprisings. Slaves are running away. Your crops are sometimes left in the fields too long for maximum profit. You suffer occasional fires. Your animals are killed. Gentlemen, you know what your problems are. I do not need to elaborate. I am not here to enumerate your problem. I am here to introduce you to a method of solving them. In my bag here, I have a foolproof method for controlling your black slaves. I guarantee every one of you that if you installed it correctly, it will control the slaves for at least 300 years.
Now, the fact that he said, all right, sis, the fact that he said that it'll control them for at least 300 years, I need you guys to understand that those 300 years, they have come up. They have, those 300 years, they ran out. All right. So they need a new way of controlling. So the 300 years is like 3 to 4 generations, honestly. And so you got to understand, like we saw before, the generational curse is like around 3 generations, 3 to 4. You can control them for 3 to 4 generations. That 3 to 4 generation is up. It's up. So they are using new methods, or actually they're trying to Willie Lynch us. And being as though now the slaves are free. No, let me put it like this. They did not free blacks. What happened was they just made everybody slaves. That's what's going on now. Instead of them freeing blacks, they just gave everybody generational trauma and generational curses. So, all right, I'm going to play some more of this, and I'm using this for fair use, for purpose. This isn't even going to be for criticism. This is for teaching, education, and research. All right.
My method is simple. Any member of your family or your overseer can use it. I have outlined a number of differences among the slaves, and I take them differences and make them bigger. I use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. These methods have worked on my modest plantation in the West Indies, and it will work throughout.
That's exactly. Hold on, listen.
Fear, distrust, and envy for control.
Fear, distrust, and envy. And that is being used till this day.
Control purposes. These methods have worked on my modest plantation in the West Indies, and it will work throughout the South. Take this simple little list of differences and think about it. On top of my list is age, but it's there only because it starts with an A. The second is color or shade. There is intelligence, size, sex, sizes of plantations, status on plantations, attitude of owners, whether the slaves live in the valley, on a hill, east, west, north, south, have fine hair, coarse hair, or is tall or short. Now that you have a list of differences, I shall give you an outline of action. But before that, I shall assure you that distrust is stronger than trust, and envy stronger than adulation, respect, or admiration. The black slaves, after receiving this indoctrination, shall carry on and will become self-refueling and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. Don't forget, you must pitch the old black male versus the young black male, and the young black male against the old black male. You must use the dark-skinned slaves versus the light-skinned slaves, and the light-skinned slaves versus the dark-skinned slaves. You must use the female versus the male, and the male versus the female. You must also have your white servants and overseers distrust all blacks. But it is necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us. They must love, respect, and trust only us. Gentlemen, these kits are your keys to control. Use them. Have your wives and children use them. Never miss an opportunity. If used intensely for 1 year, the slaves themselves will remain perpetually distrustful. Thank you, gentlemen. Let's Make a Slave by the Black Arcade Liberation Library. It was the interest and business of slaveholders to study human nature, and the slave nature in particular, with a view to practical results. I and many of them attained astonishing proficiency in this direction. They had to deal not with earth, wood, and stone, but with men, and by every regard they had for their own safety and prosperity, they needed to know the material on which they were to work. Conscious of the injustice and wrong they were every hour perpetuating.
Hey, brother, how you doing? I am talking. I was upstairs getting me some water. Your niece and nephew is acting up, brother. I'm telling you, they cutting up, okay? Even your four-legged furry nephew, okay? He cutting up too, all of them. He was harassing me. I had to go upstairs and make him some little cat food and stuff. He addicted to the catnip, brother. All right.
And knowing what they themselves would do. Were they the victims of such wrongs? They were constantly looking for the first signs of the dreaded retribution. They watched, therefore, with skilled and practiced eyes, and learned to read with great accuracy the state of mind and heart of the slave through his sable face. Unusual sobriety, apparent abstractions, sullenness, and indifference, indeed any mood out of the common, was afforded ground for suspicion and inquiry. Frederick Douglass. Let's Make a Slave is a study of the scientific process of man-breaking and slave-making. It describes the rationale and results of the Anglo-Saxons' ideas and methods of ensuring the master-slave relationship, the origin and development of a social being called the Negro. Let us make a slave. What do we need? First of all, we need a black nigger man, a pregnant nigger woman, and her baby nigger boy. Second, we will use the same basic principle that we use in breaking a horse, combined with some more sustaining factors. What we do with horses is that we break them from one form of life to another. That is, we reduce them from their natural state in nature. Whereas nature provides them with the natural capacity to take care of their offspring, we break that natural string of independence from them, and thereby create a dependency status, so that we may be able to get from them useful production for our business and pleasure. Cardinal principles for making a Negro. For fear that our future generations may not understand the principles of breaking both of the beasts together, the nigger and the horse, we understand that short-range planning economics results in periodic economic chaos, so that to avoid turmoil in the economy, it requires us to have breadth and depth in long-range comprehensive planning, articulating both skill-sharp perceptions. We lay down the following principles for long-range comprehensive economic planning. 1. Both horse and niggers is no good to the economy in the wild or natural state. 2. Both must be broken and tied together for orderly production. 3. For orderly future, special and particular attention must be paid to the female and the youngest offspring. 4. Both must be crossbred to produce a variety and a division of labor. 5. Both must be taught to respond to you in a peculiar new language. 6. Psychological and physical instruction of containment must be created for both. We hold the 6 cardinal principles as truth to be self-evident, based upon the following discourse concerning the economics of breaking and tying the horse and the nigger together, all inclusive of the 6 principles laid down about. Accordingly, both a wild horse and a wild or natural nigger are dangerous, even if captured, for they will have the tendency to seek their customary freedom, and in doing so might kill you in your sleep. You cannot rest. They sleep while you are awake, and are awake while you are asleep. They are dangerous near the family house, and it requires too much labor to watch them away from the house. Above all, you cannot get them to work in this natural state. Hence, both the horse and the nigger must be broken. That is, breaking them from one form of mental life to another, Keep the body and take the mind. In other words, break the will to resist. Now, the breaking process is the same for both the horse and the nigger, only slightly varying in degrees. But as we said before, there is an art in long-range economic planning. You must keep your eye and thoughts on the female and the offspring of the horse and the nigger. A brief discourse in offspring development will shed light on the key to sound economic principles. Pay little attention to the generation of original breaking, but concentrate on future generations. Therefore, if you break the female mother, she will break the offspring in its early years of development, and when the offspring is old enough to work, she will deliver it up to you, for her normal female protective tendencies will have been lost in the original breaking process. For example, take the case of the wild stud horse, a female horse, and an already...
Now, believe me, it can't be debunked, because they are really telling you. Ooh, I'm drinking into my straw, y'all. They're really telling you how they felt and how they feel about us. I don't want to make this too long, y'all, because I got stuff to do. However, I do want to do a part 2 where we come back and we talk more about generational curses. You guys, please, in the comments, please put what you guys feel about the Willie Lynch letter. What I'm going to do for like the next live, let me write it down. What I'm going to do for the next live is, like, y'all put in the comments anything that you know what I'm saying, want to talk about when it comes to this. And what I want to do is what I want to do for the Willie Lynch letter is I want to make some bullet points, and I want to talk about certain things and how it reflects on today. You know what I'm saying? How certain things in this Willie Lynch letter, my bad, how it contributes to today's generational curses. All right, so leave in the comments, y'all, for y'all good sis. Please leave in the comments some comments for me. I love interacting with you guys. Let me know what you guys think and some things that you guys have to say. And I will see you guys later. Love y'all.